channel. Excuse my voice, number one. I am finally getting over this yucky, junky, cruddy, streppy, tonsillitis-y, whatever it is that I had. So, and this always happens whenever I have something like this. As soon as I start feeling really good, my throat just sounds, I mean, it sounds terrible, but I feel great. So, I wanted to share my homeschool planner with you. And this year, instead of buying one, I decided to make my own. And the main reason was because a lot of the pre-made ones just had a lot of pages that I wouldn't use. It's hard to find a specific home school planner. You can find teacher planners really easily, but one for homeschooling is kind of hard. I don't need room for, like grading pages or checklists for 20, 30 students. Right now I just have 2 students, and so the majority of my pages really needs to just be like the calendar and the planning pages. So I figured I would go ahead and give you a glimpse because tomorrow is our first day of school, so wish us luck. So the first thing is, this is an Arc system binder. So I bought these rings at Staples, and I bought the cover at Staples. You can buy multiple types of these covers. This is that really thick, waterproof, tear-proof plastic. This thing is not going anywhere, and it's the same on the back. And so I really liked it. It was bright. I didn't necessarily need anything with my name on it. It's not going anywhere with me other than to Texas when we move, which is 5 weeks from today. We're moving to Texas in 5 weeks. So that's kind of crazy. But anyway, back to the lesson planner. So I appreciated that it was a thick, sturdy cover. Also, they sell folders for the Arc system, and this is double-sided, so I got a handful of these, and you can get them in different colors too. And I just was kind of going with a bright color theme, so I like having a nice deep pocket here for loose papers and things like that. Now, most of these pages I didn't make myself. I printed them from other sources. So this page right here is from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus, and I'll put the link in the description box. And it's just a title page, basically. I haven't put in my favorite quote yet, but if you can see that, it's just school year, this curriculum planner belongs to, yada yada. Whoops, that popped out. And that's another thing I wanted to tell you about the Arc Planner. And that doesn't necessarily happen that they pop out like that. I yanked on that. These pages are removable, and you can add in and take away. And here I'm gonna hold it up by, this is just by the paper. Oh, you can't even see that very well. But I'm holding it just by the paper here. It doesn't come out. So, I wanted something, that was the big thing too. Like I had the Erin Condren planner. I wanted something where I could add to it if I needed to. Not that I plan on doing that, but if for some reason I need to add additional lesson planning pages or what have you, I can put them in here, and then if I don't need something in here, I can just take it out. So on this side was just a quote that I had gotten from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. And then on this side is my year at a glance, and I have August 2016 to July 2017. And this actually came from Confessions of a Homeschooler, Erica over at Confessions of a Homeschooler. I actually bought her downloadable teacher lesson planner because it was the closest planner that I could find as far as layout that I wanted. And I played around with making my own lesson planning pages, and hers were just more colorful, and I like the fonts better. And she sells her products for pretty cheap. And so basically what I did was I purchased her teacher lesson planner, and then all I had to do was print off what I wanted. It came with the planner itself and a ton of homeschool forms, and I don't need all of that. So I just printed off what I needed. And then I have a punch for this Arc system. I have a Levenger punch. And so instead of going and coil binding it, which you could do, I just punched it for my arc system. So on this page, what I'm doing is basically the yellow is, and this is kind of a goal. The yellow is when we will be in school, and the orange are like vacations and holidays. So that's kind of just gives us an idea of what we're going to be doing. On this side is a page from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. It's a 5-year holiday list, so that's nice. So I can go ahead and see on out there where what days the holidays fall on, and there's room to add extra dates on the bottom if you want. This is also from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. This is a field trip reference sheet, and I really like it because it gives you ideas of things that you can do during the different seasons. For instance, we're getting into fall, and so field trip to corn maze, Pioneer Day field trip to a pumpkin patch, field trip to Civil War places, history places, field trip to historic homes, let's see, field trip to apple orchard. So they're broken up, these ideas are broken up by season, so that's a lot of fun. This is from, this is also from Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. This is a year at a glance. Now, when, obviously, I think it was made for this to be on this side and this to be on this side, kind of going from January on down to December, but obviously we don't homeschool like that. So I flipped them before I punched them. So January is the first month, and then June over here is the last month. And I haven't filled in a whole lot yet. I've just gotten everything together in here, and I'm starting, basically I've been focusing on just the lesson plan so far. And then at the end of this is also another sheet provided by Tina's Dynamic Homeschool Plus. It's just a notes sheet. So I have plenty of those throughout my plan. So this is a tab. And this is also Arc System. Just comes out, pops right back in. I bought the multicolored ones, and so yeah. So this is the meat of my planner. This is the calendar and lesson planner pages, and I'm going to go in, and I've got little post-it tabs that I'm going to put on the month pages, like the dividers. This is what I'm calling a divider, so that you know, if I want to find whatever June really quickly or May, I can flip to it, but I haven't got to that point yet. But I was finding quotes and scripture and stuff, and just whatever I like to put on there. So this is August, and this is from the from Erica from confessionsofahomeschooler.com. This is part of her lesson planner. So there's the full month calendar. I did not want a 2-month spread. That's one of the things that kind of drove me nuts about the Erin Condren planner. I didn't need 2 pages for 1 month. 1 page is plenty. I don't use this for my personal planner. This is strictly for school. So, you know, this isn't going to get super filled up. And then over here, you have to do, book list, supplies, notes. And so you just fill in what you got. So this is what the lesson plan week looks like. Another reason why I went with her is because she had, let's see, yeah, she had 9 sections for subjects. A lot of the lesson planners I've seen have only had like 7, and because I'm doing more than one child and more than one curriculum for the children on different subjects, I needed, you know, more blocks. So I really appreciate having enough room, and this starts at Monday and it goes all the way to Sunday. So Saturday and Sunday, obviously we don't do school there on those days, but if we did, if we were going to do maybe a field trip on the weekend or something like that, I could always put that in there. And there's a note spot over here, and I'm going to show you up close here. You can kind of see how I've written things out, and it's just, I've color coded it, so everything that's written in blue are the things that we're doing together. Green is my son and pink is my daughter. And that's another thing I like about the Arc Planner is that I can fold it over. You know, you can do that with a lot of bound planners, but if you did like a binder system, you wouldn't be able to fold it over and lay it flat like that. So that is, I mean, that's pretty much what it looks like. And then at the very last page on the opposite side, I just printed out an additional notes page. So that would be the notes page for August. And then this would be the divider for September. And then this is going into September. And then you would just have your weeks laid out just like that. And then this is the divider for October. And I haven't gotten, I think I've printed out through February so far. That's the divider for November. Like I said, I just found quotes that I liked on Google. I just printed those out. That is December. And I'll show you January and February. Here is January. And then there's February. And so, oh, and then I did do March. And then that one's March. And so, I still need to finish, obviously, printing off the rest of that. But we're good right now. That's not necessarily a priority. On the other side of this tab are the homeschool forms. I didn't want to put all of this stuff up front, really because the thing I'm going to be using this for the most is homeschooling, or lesson plans, but I did obviously need some of these forms. Now this is a curriculum plan overview, so it gives you room for subject, curriculum and version, total lessons, days per week, time spent, scheduled time, so you can fill that in however you want. This is also from Erica from Confessions of a Homeschooler. All of these forms are. This is the weekly subject overview. And then this is weekly schedule overview. This is a field trip planning form and an extracurricular activities form. And then book list. The last thing I put in here was something she had also put in with her forms. It's a sight word list for kindergarten. And so yeah, I figured that would be kind of helpful to have. Now there are some more forms I haven't printed out that I'm going to put in there, but that are from the Confessions of a Homeschooler lesson planner. And they are the student attendance sheets and I want to say reading list. That's what it is. So each of my children will have their own reading list and then their own attendance sheet. And so that's pretty much, other than printing out the rest of my months, that's pretty much it. Now on this, after this tab, I have the K4 curriculum I'm using with my daughter. And this is also a publication by Erica from Confessions of a Homeschooler. It's a complete curriculum. You just buy it and download and print out what you need when you want to. And, but all of the, here, let's do it like this. All of the lesson plans are written out. Let me show you like this. So you've got, this is week 1. And you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you just go down and it tells you what you need from the download. And I have all of this already printed out, so I have it in a big binder. And so I just look at Monday and I said, I see, okay, I'm going to need all this. And so I just pull it out of the binder. And so I figured I would leave, instead of rewriting all of this in my lesson planner, which would be goofy, I just have a separate section in my lesson planner for it. And so I really am excited about having my own homemade lesson planner this year. Like I said, I like the fact that I can add to it if I need to. And these rings, you can get them smaller. I think this is the largest ring. I went ahead because if I put like more months worth of lesson plan pages in there, it's going to get a little bit thicker. But if you don't want, if you made one your own and you didn't want it this thick, because it's pretty thick right now, you can get smaller rings. You can get other colors and other covers. And, I mean, I really like the ARC system. So that is my lesson planner. And as always, anything that we use, whether it's curriculum or games or, something I put together, I will come back probably in December once we've moved and been settled, and I'm going to give you an update on all of this and let you know how things are going. And I'm really, really hoping to try to do a week, kind of like a weekly review of how things have gone each week. So at the end of this upcoming week, I want to do a review and let you kind of a face-to-face and let you guys all know how things are going for us, what struggles we may be having and that kind of thing. I got the idea from the channel Homeschool for Two, and if you haven't checked her channel out, do it. She's super cute and super funny, and yeah, love her. So I definitely want to do that for you guys. I really appreciate all the questions and the kind comments, and if you ever have any questions, let me know. Message me. I'm here. And so thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, just push that button, and I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.